Okay, today I'd like to show you how to use Excel to create a linear model, a quadratic model, a cubic model, and a quartic model using the functions in Excel. You should have seen the video already for Microsoft Excel on a Windows machine. This is for those of you that have Mac machines. Plus, it'll contain the assignment. So we'll have the same situation we saw in the other video. Here's the data. These are the years, and then this is the newspaper revenue, and then years from 1975. And if you watch the first video, if you wanted to get this column right here, let's pretend this was not there, then what I would do is I would say equals, hit the A2, and then minus 1975 because there are no years between 1975 and 1975. Now, in Excel on a Mac, in order to create a scatter plot, you would do the following. I would want you to highlight both of these columns. And then right here under charts, so let's say you're in the home screen, if you go under charts, there'll be a scatter button. And then we want to do a mark scatter. And I'm going to move this box here to the right. And what I do is I click on the data, and then I use two fingers to click on the data one more time, and I look for add trend line. So when I click on the add trend line button, it gives me these options. Now the type, right now I want linear, so I should click linear. Then I want options. I would like to display the equation. And then chi-squared, we're not going to talk about too much, but it's always nice because the bigger this number is, the better the equation or the model is. Okay, so I'll click that one. And now I'm going to click OK. So according to Excel, this is the linear model here. This is the drawing. And then up here you see the actual model itself, the equation. So now I want to use this to predict, and this is what your homework will be today. So to predict, this is saying that the input is x and you need to multiply by 0.2878, and then after you do that you have to add 5.1478. So the way to tell Excel to do this is you press the equal sign. I'll write 0.2878, and then I'll do the times button. The times is right above the 8. And then I'll go here to where the 0 is at, because that's going to be our input. This whole column here where it says years from 1975, that is our input. And then it'll be plus 5.1478. And I'll press enter. And so according to the model, in 1975, we will have $5.14 billion. The newspaper revenue will be that much. Now I go to this corner here and I drag, and it'll allow me to see the data a little bit longer. And this last entry here, the 16.375, this is the prediction. 2014 is 39 years from 1975, and according to this model, there will be newspaper revenue of $16.372 billion. So my question to you are the following. First of all, either by looking at the graph or by looking at the table, how well does the linear model, the numbers in this column, match the situation, the actual situation in real life? And then my second question that I'd like you to answer, and of course in complete sentences, is do you believe the prediction given by the model for the year 2014? Why or why not? Okay. Once you answer those questions right here and right here, then go ahead and go on to the next question, the next tab down here where it says quadratic. So where it says quadratic, I want you to click on this, and this is going to be for both the Windows and the Mac people. There will be a tab down there. You click on quadratic. And I'd like you to do the same thing, except this time when you highlight the table and you hit scatter, again, what I do here is I click on the data with two fingers, and I add the trend line. And the type, this time I'll choose polynomial, and here's where you change the degree. So there's a quartic when it's 4, a cubic when it's 3, and this time it'll be a quadratic when it's 2. And then of course, notice here's the quadratic, here's the parabola. The options, I would like to see the equation, and I'd like to see the chi-squared. And again, the chi-squared is nice, it's 0.69, so that means that it is a pretty good approximation. And what I like to be able to do is type in this model so I can predict the future. So right here, again, the way we do this is we say equals, and then it says negative 0.0303, and then there's a next squared, so I'll do it times, and then for years from 1975, so this is B2, the X represents this input, so I'll do this, and to do the square, I put the caret, that's the symbol above the number 6, and then a 2, then I'll do a plus, 1.3877 times, and again B2, minus 0.4533. And so this is the prediction, or this is what the model thinks will happen in 1975, that the revenue would be negative. And then, of course, now we copy and paste, or copy this by dragging this little corner. And then again, I want you to answer the two questions. And I'm going to ask you to do this for all models, quadratic, cubic, and quartic. Okay. If you have any questions, please email me or come to class on Friday in McLean Hall, 117.